Today on the Pool Nation podcast, we are spotlighting Kevin Bulling from Hayward with our pool geeks, Edgar, JJ, and Zach. We will be talking about Hayward's loyalty program, some pool talk, and new Hayward products.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Pool Nation Live podcast with myself, your host, Edgar DeJesus. And yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John, JJ Flawless, the fastest knitter in the West, and the famous Zach, the pool boy Nicholas. This week, we're talking to Kevin Bulling from Hayward, and we're going to talk about their Hayward Loyalty Rewards program. We're also going to talk about some of their regular training and virtual training. And Zach and John, we will geek out a little bit today. We're going to talk about a couple of their products. Kevin, I'm going to have to call you the Hayward Wizard because there's not been one questions that I've asked you that you haven't been able to answer. And it's not just the answer, is all the knowledge that goes behind it. Even going to websites and totally Hayward / this, and there's a page and there's a button at the bottom. And then we're talking about the products and the details. So I have nicknamed you the Hayward Wizard. I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, a podcast where it's all pool talk and we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. But before we get started today, I want to thank our sponsors for this podcast, the Ultimate Pool Tools and Pool Invoice. We want to thank them for their continued support. Zach, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone has had a productive week and is getting everything wrapped up before the end of the year because it's coming up quick.
Hey, Zach, how have you enjoyed that really cold weather this week we've had?
Oh, I have not enjoyed it. Every morning my windshield's been frosted over. Terrible.
It is. It's been a bear. We had one day this week that didn't get out of the 40s. It was terrible. John, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. It's been a little cold where we're at too. You know, as you guys know, that I'm out in the desert, so we don't get much cold. But when it gets cold, we can definitely feel it out here. We're not very accustomed to it. But as far as everything else, just getting ready for Christmas. I can't believe how fast everything's flying. I can't believe another week has passed. Can't believe Christmas is next week. We're in present mode right now and trying to wrap up everything because we're going to take next week off. So just getting prepared for it and looking forward to today's podcast.
Hey, John, let me ask you a question. So are you still thinking that you are doing 0 calls next week?
Oh, God. No, I'm going to end up doing something. I know.
You were threatening that a couple weeks ago. So now I want to see if you're really sticking to that, or now you're going, well, we'll kind of go out 2 days of the week, 3 days, and then it turns into 5 days.
Yeah, it'll end up happening. But I use it to my advantage, though, because we get caught up when we have an extra day. We can do this, get caught up on this, get caught up on that, so that we're more prepared. So because every day it just seems like it's something new, or a new service call, or new repair, or new client, or just something's happening. We're in touch with a lot of realtors out here, and they're constantly calling us because the market is just blowing up as far as new homes that are being sold. And so it's been quite the ride this year. And we're going to take a few calls, but I don't think we're going to be servicing any pools, hopefully.
Okay, Zach, you heard that, right? That last week he was like, we're not taking any calls at all. We're going to completely shut it down. And now he's kind of shifting a little bit because by the time we come over, he's going to be like, oh, I ended up working 6 days of the week. You just took off Christmas Day.
That's how it happens.
It is. What's funny is I talk to a lot of guys, right, constantly. And the going bet is every single time is, okay, who's going to bet me $100 that JJ's going to work this week? Everybody's out there betting money saying, no, he's not going to work. He is going to work. He's going to do this. And it always ends up like, of course, we're going to end up working. But that's what we do.
I want in on that one, Zach. Hey, Kevin, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be here and talking with you guys. But I must admit, I don't feel bad for you with it being cold because outside of my window, I'm looking at 6 inches of snow and 24 degrees out. So wow. I'm not going to feel bad for you guys.
We should stop our whining. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
For sure. Right?
For sure.
Kevin's going 44s. I'd be wearing flip-flops and shorts outside.
I'll still be wearing my Crocs.
By the way, oh my God. Can you please post that on Instagram?
I already ordered you a pair.
That was the coolest thing ever. So JJ, we're always joking around about me wearing boots and John wearing the Crocs. He sends me a picture of black Crocs with lightning all over the place, and he's wearing them, Zach.
Oh, yeah, they're legit.
They're awesome. So
You never sent me over your size, Zach, because there's going to be an order coming for you too.
Oh, you noticed.
I did notice. Look, I spent like $400 yesterday at Crocs, right? Just ordering shoes for the guys. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there going, okay, look, these shoes are badass. You know what I mean? I need to order these for everybody. So I'm just waiting for shoe sizes so I can order some more.
I am going to have to give credit to whoever showed the picture of the cowboy boots with the lightning on that. Was that you, Zach, or was that you, John?
Yeah.
That was Zach?
I found those for
Yeah.
you.
There we go. All right, guys. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment here really quick to thank Ken Howard. And Ken is the owner of The Ultimate Pole. And Ken and I connected early in what I call my ugly days of Instagram when nobody wanted to talk to me. And, we had a lot of conversations at the beginning, and he saw my vision in those early stages and was really a supporter of it and kind of kept pushing for me to do it because he could see the vision. So I wanted to take a quick moment now that we're kind of close to the holidays, and I wanted to thank you, Ken, for your support. I want to give you a big shout out and your friendship, and I really appreciate it. So Zach, John, I also need to thank all of our supporters out there. We launched the Poolman University about 2 weeks ago. The first week we had probably about 200 visitors. And I was just looking at it yesterday, guys. We're at about 3,700 already. And that's just mind blowing because all we've been able to do is just kind of get this thing out there. And we kind of kept talking about, well, let's add all the other modules and then put it out. And we're like, no, let's just kind of get it out and at least move on to the next phase. And that's all we've been able to do. And it has just completely exploded. So I want to thank every supporter from every platform, the podcast, the poolmanuniversity.com, our Instagram pages. I want to thank all you guys out there, and you really rock. And I really appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, man, I am blown away. I mean, we knew this was going to turn out to be something big, but to see it take off so quick is just unbelievable. Like all three of us have said before, this is just the beginning, guys and gals. It's just the tip of the iceberg. We got a lot more coming in store for everybody.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the next phase of the Poolman University that's coming out. So, by the way, guys, I did some videos this week from Wayne from Taylor Technologies, and we posted those videos on the poolmanuniversity.com. So go check them out. And we're working on a schedule of content that's coming. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is to the listeners, if you guys have questions and you want those answered, what we want you to do is via any platform, and that's Instagram or the Poolman University or the podcast, reach out to us and let us know what those questions are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to the experts. So whether it has anything to do with testing, we'll talk to Wayne. If we have water chemistry, we'll talk to Bob. We have Eric Knight from Miranda that's going to be doing some videos with us in January. But if you have questions that you need answered, just go ahead and send us a message. And what we'll do is we'll reach out, we'll film those videos and then upload those to the poolmanuniversity.com so that you can get your answer, but then it helps all the other people out there that might have that same question. So really the goal is to be able to give you guys that platform.
Yeah, Edgar, I want to jump in real quick and remind the pool girls out there of the training for them on January 21st with Dave Haas. That's the one with Kelly Carrillo from Pool Girls Pro that she put together. If you guys want details, go to Pool Girl Trainings on Instagram, send a message to Kelly or message us here, and we'll connect you with her.
Yeah, definitely. Remember that is a good one. We need to have her on, John, Zach. She's a go-getter. Yeah. So, Kevin, welcome again to the podcast. Thank you for coming to talk to us about the loyalty program and for the Pool Geek talk that we're going to do. I'm kind of really excited about that part. So I'm really excited to get this thing going.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm excited to talk about some of the products, and I know we're going to talk about it, but you guys and gals listening, we're going to have to wait till the end. But trust me, you're going to want to hear about these products. Our industry is evolving very quickly. There's a lot of new technology, gadgets, etc., that are being introduced. I think the next few years are going to be very impactful. So embracing it and preparing for it is critical in our success down the road.
Edgar, John, I'm going to stop you guys right there. We're already 10 minutes into this thing. So, Kevin, I'm going to get this podcast going because these people geek out and talk pool talk all day long.
So first it was whining, right? From Kevin, now Zach, we need to shut up, right? I get it. Point taken.
Yeah, we got you, Zach. We got you.
All right. So, Kevin, Before we get started talking about the Hayward Loyalty and Rewards program, can we get a little bit of a background about you? Maybe you could tell our listeners who you are, what you do at Hayward, and a little bit about your journey into the pool industry.
Yeah, of course. So again, my name is Kevin Bowling, and I'm the U.S. manager for dealer development at Hayward. And it's kind of a hybrid role between marketing and sales. And really, I've been with Hayward for, I guess this is my 13th year. And I started the first 11 in sales. And I was lucky enough to cover the greater Philadelphia market, which also included Southern New Jersey, where Hayward has an incredible amount of shares, so it was an awesome territory to manage. And then after a few years, I ended up covering New York and Vermont before I took this position at Hayward. I am kind of like a Hayward geek. I really love Hayward. I love the people I work with, and it's been an amazing opportunity for me and really enjoyed myself. But I got started in the pool business in between my freshman and sophomore year of high school. And my older brother woke me up one summer morning and said, "Hey, we need help at work. Hop in the truck. We're going to work." So I started that first summer pretty much walking around job sites, picking up garbage. And then for anybody out there who has ever done like a pool bottom, I mixed. I literally shoveled sand in Portland all summer. And, I like the idea about being outside. I like the idea of hanging out with my brother. And then ultimately, I started just following around the foreman. I was kind of his right-hand man. I'd run to the truck, I'd get tools, I'd hold dig charts, and it really evolved. So I ended up working for that company all 8 summers until I was done with college. And then my brother and I bought the business. So I have a pretty well-rounded background through construction, then through service, because the business ended up becoming a large service company. And then tying that in with Hayward, I feel like I've got a lot of experience in the pool business, and it's crazy to think that it's already been 30 years. So it's a little bit how I got to where I'm at.
That's amazing. Guys, Kevin has some really good deep down shoveling for eight summers. Huh? That's some great crossover there. So,
Right.
All right, Kevin. So let's talk about the loyalty program. And what I'd like to do is maybe you can give us a high level overview of your Hayward Loyalty program.
So I would say at a very high level, the program that we designed, we call it Totally Hayward, is really designed to support our dealers. Obviously, the pool industry is very large and there's a lot of different components to it. And in terms of training, marketing support, rebates, promotions, rewards, that's really a global view of what our Totally Hayward partner program is. And
So
I will, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No. Can I ask about how the program works? Are there like tiers or levels? And if there is there like a percentage you get back for each purchase?
So yeah, there are definitely different levels, and there are just, as we see in the industry, there's different types of businesses. So our program kind of aligns with those different types of businesses. So we have a Totally Hayward servicer program. That would be the easiest way to become enrolled. And then we have a Totally Hayward partner program, and then a Totally Hayward Advantage partner program. And as you can imagine, the more you do product-wise, the more that becomes available to you in terms of resources. So to become enrolled in the servicer program, you only need to buy 3 products. And we don't do a flat percentage. We do Totally Hayward points that you would get for purchasing a variable speed pump or for purchasing a heater. It's not just a straight percentage.
Great. So, Zach, I'm going to put you, obviously they have a couple different programs. I'm going to have you put your hat on as the business guy with the company so we can address those. But Kevin, I'll take the part of the brand new pool guy, and he's starting in the pool industry. And in order to join that program, they have to buy just 3 whole goods?
Yep, that would qualify them. And then from there, they would enroll in the program. So if you have met your Hayward sales rep, that would be one way to just register with us, or you can do it yourself online. We have several different points on our website, and we have a couple different websites where you can actually enroll yourself into the program if you're not already enrolled.
So let me ask you, should they enroll before they buy the three whole goods, or do they enroll after they've bought the three whole goods?
They should enroll before. Like if everyone's looking at having a week off here over Christmas, just jump on our website and enroll yourself, and then that way, any of the purchases that you do in calendar year 2021 will count towards that 3-product minimum, and you'll start being able to take advantage of our incentives right off the bat.
Okay. So let's go back a little bit. So where specifically can they enroll? So if they want to go.
So we have our main website, which is www.hayward.com. If you go all the way down to the bottom of the screen, there's another link that they can click on that says Totally Hayward Partners. If you click on that link, you'll go to an area where you can register with us. And then we also have totallyhayward.com, which has a link on it where it says Become a Partner Now. You click on it, you fill out a questionnaire, and really what that does is it sends a message to your local salesperson in your area, and will generate him or her reaching out to you and getting you set up with the program and giving you all the details.
Okay, perfect. And I want to ask something here in a minute about the sales reps, but I also wanted to tell everybody that on the Poolman University, we added a banner over on the right-hand side underneath the latest videos. And so if you click there, it says Hayward University. If you click on that, it's going to take you over to their Hayward University. But Kevin, at the bottom of that, there's a button that says Become a Partner. That's where they would click to be able to register?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay, great. So guys, that's the first step, is obviously being able to register from there. So Kevin, I want to talk about something that's become a hot topic for every time that we've talked about one of these loyalty rewards programs. And that is that the guys out there sometimes have a hard time getting back calls from the sales reps out there in the field. And it's not just one company, it's, I think, across the board with everyone. I know that you said right now that if they register, it sends a message to the rep. But is there somewhere that they can find out who their rep is for the area? And if they have no luck getting a call, who can they reach out to?
So number one, anyone can reach out to me. I'm sure my email or phone number is available. But number two, you can always ask your distribution partner. Whomever you're buying our products from certainly has a relationship with the local people in the market. And we want to be accessible, and we should be accessible. And if for some reason you're not getting the type of response that you need, we would definitely want to help you. So just please reach out anyway, whether it's through the online portal or through your distribution partner or directly to me, and we would definitely get you set up with the right person.
Okay, great. And guys, I have Kevin's information. So if you guys are out there and you're having a hard time with one of your reps calling you back, then you can reach out to me and I'll forward you Kevin's information, and then you'll be able to obviously connect. So I know that you guys in your program have a Visa card where you can load money to it. So what is that part of your rewards program, and how does that work?
Okay, so being enrolled in our program, you end up earning bonus points or Totally Hayward points across the 3 different tiers that I described earlier. And the first tier, which we call the servicer program, what that does is once you buy 3 products and you've accumulated at least 500 points, we'll end up sending you a reloadable gift card. And what our intention is that as you're buying stuff throughout the year, we're putting that money or those points onto that reloadable gift card. So if in the first quarter of the year you buy 4 heaters, all of a sudden you're going to have $120 on that. And then later on, if you buy 5 salt generators, you'll have another $150. And once we initially send you the reloadable gift card, every time you want us to reload it, you would just sign back into your portal, hit the button, and then we would transfer the funds right into your account.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. So you mean usually other manufacturers, they load them either once a year or twice a year. You mean you can actually go to the website and click it and then say, hey, I have X amount of money. I want it on my Visa card now because I want to take my team out.
Yep.
You can just press the button. That's pretty neat, actually. So Kevin, real quick question. How many products because we're kind of speaking of dollar amounts here, how many products would you say that they would need to sell to get, let's say, like $50 on the card?
Really, it would depend what products, but essentially any 3 products of ours that are in-ground whole good products and that are expert line. So our program is only for our brick and mortar products. So it's not anything to do with online sales or anything like that. It is specifically our brick and mortar products. So 3 of them would get you over that threshold.
So as far as like when you sign up and you qualify and you do the 3 whole goods and you become a part and you get your Visa card, do you get a breakdown of each product and what you get per product?
Yes, and it is different across the 3 different tiers. So the servicer program, for a variable speed pump, you get 300 points, which pretty much equates to $30. Where if you're on the highest tier, one of our variable speed pumps would get you 450 points.
Cool.
So you're on the bottom tier. What is the highest tier? How is somebody going to jump and make it all the way to the highest tier? Is it based on how many products they sell?
Yeah. So the servicer program essentially is your range of 3 products to a total of 30. Then the next totally Hayward partner tier is 30 products to 100. And then once you're over 100 products, you're in our highest tier. And there's a sliding scale in terms of what the actual bonus points are between each tier. And then also, as you get into those 2 higher tiers, we introduce something called bonus categories. So not only are you getting points for just individual product purchases, but if you bundle 4 of our product categories, so let's say pump, filter, heater, and I'll just say sanitization, so salt or the HydraPure, we'll end up giving you not only just the specific points for the product, but then also a bonus for the 4 categories, which would, depending upon how many you actually purchase, could be quite a significant adder to your point total.
But that bonus is only if you're up on that bigger tier, or?
Once you get to 30 products, you can start qualifying for the product category bonus points.
Gotcha.
That's pretty cool too, because that might give you just that extra push. You're on a job, you're almost all the way there, and it's just a matter of just selling that one extra product and getting that bonus program. I think that's pretty awesome. So, Kevin, can we talk about the marketing component and how that works? Because I mean, we're huge in marketing and we love all of that. And I wanted to see what is all included in the marketing part of this.
Yeah, sure. So that is one of the things that we spend a lot of time on, is helping support dealers. And you don't come across a pool company very often that has a dedicated marketing team. So we realize this is one of the areas that we could really help in. So when you are enrolled with Totally Hayward program, whether it's the servicer or the Hayward or Advantage program, we're going to help you with literature. We can supply folders. And obviously, we're going to give you access to something called Hayward University. That would be free training online. So there's a series of classes that you actually take and you certify through. So you have the training part of it, you get literature, you get some signage. And then as you go a little higher in the program, once you get over the 30 products, then we also offer co-op. So we have a dealer co-op that you can use those funds towards something that you purchase with a third-party company, like maybe magazine ads or vehicle wraps. And our marketing team internally, we have a lot of the design and artwork set up already. And we give dealers the opportunity, number one, to submit for co-op payments, but also number two, we will actually do a little bit of proofing of that ad, and we'll make sure you have the right colors, the right fonts. We'll make sure the images that you have are perfect. And then, of course, we'll end up splitting the cost with you up to whatever amount you qualify for in terms of co-op.
I have a couple questions. So first, for our listeners, can you explain what co-op is?
Yeah, so what we co-op is any marketing pieces that really, number one, spread your reach as a dealer and help you find new customers, attract new customers, while you are co-sponsoring or branding our products within it. So let's say you have a robotic cleaner of ours that you sell and you want to send a postcard to all of your accounts before you get to their pool for that next season, we would actually help you create the ad on that postcard with the artwork. When you print it and have postage, we would split that amount with you. And once you purchase over 30 products, that co-op would probably be around $1,500 to $2,000 every calendar year that you could use. So if you did that every spring, you ran some sort of special sale highlighting our products and highlighting your business, that's a fund that just keeps coming back annually.
So you will go up to you. So you'll match up to $2,000?
Yeah. Well, it starts off at $1,500 and then it does go up to $2,000. And then you can have special co-op budgets for like cleaner only. So that part that I just said with robotic cleaners, if you were to a point where you bought 40 or more cleaners from us, we would give you additional funds to co-op. And then we have some other ones. We have a retail co-op, if any of you have retail outlets. So there are a couple different levels of the co-op, and obviously we want to help the dealer base market well and market professionally.
That's huge. Now, let me ask you, in order for you to be able to hit that co-op where you both split it, right? And John, Zach, I'm thinking, okay, I got $2,000. They'll match $2,000. That's $4,000 right there. That's huge. So in order for you to reach that 1,500 or that co-op, you do have to sell the 30 products.
Yes.
So before that 30 product, they're not qualifying for that co-op.
They're not qualifying for the co-op dollar figures, but they are still qualified for the marketing support. So we would still help them with folders. We would still help them with designs for vehicle wraps. We just wouldn't have the actual co-op dollars available.
Okay. Guys, I want to talk a little bit more about this, but let's take a quick word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to continue with Kevin Bulling from Hayward.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision-crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Introducing Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is pool billing software that was created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It was developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice was built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all of your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer's profile, and it's all at your fingertips. It's currently in beta phase, so anyone can use it for free. Just go to poolinvoice.com and request an invitation at the bottom of the page. Pool Invoice was made for you.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're talking to Kevin Bulling from Hayward, and we're talking about the Loyalty Rewards Program. We're going to do a little bit of Pool Geek talk with some products here in a minute. I want to come back to this a little bit, Kevin, because I'm going to have Zach in a minute talk about what he's doing, because I think that's a game changer, what he's doing. But I want to backtrack a little bit on this marketing. So we talk about the co-op for the companies that, reach that 30 product threshold. And then we have those that kind of, the newer pool guy that kind of hasn't hit that market there yet. So for those that don't meet that 30 product limit or number, what specifically services do you have available for them?
So again, we have obviously literature, we offer folders, we will help them with some of their branding, and we do have templates set up of standard marketing pieces, whether it's a handout or whether it's a postcard. And then also one of the other big things that ties into the marketing is once you're enrolled as a Totally Hayward partner, you also have the ability to offer extended warranties on the product. And that alone is a pretty big deal because not everybody is able to have a 3, 4, and even some cases 5-year warranties on our product unless they're totally Hayward.
Right. On the branding services and the products so do you guys have templates that are already done that they can use, or is there a cost associated with that?
No, we have templates already created, and you would end up kind of working with your local salesperson so we could get an idea of what you wanted or what you were looking to create. And then internally, we have a marketing team that obviously covers across the country, and we support and help a lot of dealers. So we've created a lot that sometimes it's very quick for us to just change around the layout, put in your custom logo, and you can be off and running.
And then what is the cost associated with that? So the partner then pays for the printing, and is there a cost for your team to put those together?
No, we would not charge the dealer for that. That's just a service that we offer to our partners.
Wow, that's huge. I mean, for you guys to be able to have some of those templates and put them out, that's huge. So is there a limit to that on what they can print and what they can do?
So our design services are, like I said, we have a lot of templates set up and different layouts set up, and we would pull from what we've already created. And certainly, if there's a unique idea or something creative, we would look to create that as well. But typically, we don't limit that. It's not something that people take advantage of us on or anything along those lines. So really, we don't have a limit to that, no.
So when you get let's say you do that, you go get the template, you get the artwork for it. Now, do you send over the artwork to the service guy and then they take it somewhere to get it printed, or can it be printed through you?
So we would definitely put the printing back to the service guy locally.
Okay.
Logistically, it's just easier, I think, for the pool dealers to work with their local people. And so the printing would be on them or finding a printing company.
John, that's one of the things that we've talked about is really helping people on the marketing side. And Zach, I want you to talk on this point now. But that's huge to be able to be a part of that program and then have somebody that is an expert and a guru and that's going to be able to put some of these things together that are going to look really good. That's freaking huge.
It is huge.
That's huge.
It is. And it's like we've said it 1,000 times. It's what sets you apart from everybody else, right? And this is like the polishing. This is how you take yourself to the next level. Being able to utilize what the manufacturers have to offer, especially when they're giving it to you for free, just for doing what you normally do every single day, right? It's silly for us not to take advantage of these resources.
Especially when you have, professionals that are putting it together. And guys, I'm thinking about it even from like our podcast and all the things that we have to do to put these things together and the designs and this and that. That's a huge challenge because you have to find somebody that has experience in that to make it look good and know exactly what it needs to have. But to have somebody that's going to do it for your pool business, that to me is huge. And I think we need to make this a big point of focus. And I think Zach is doing a phenomenal job. So I was talking to Zach this week, and he's working on these folders, and he shared, some of the things that he was doing. And John, as usual, Zach just taking everything to the next level.
Yep.
But to me, it was just like, I've been thinking about it all week, John, and trying to figure out how can we incorporate this? And I don't know if it's in the 7 steps of selling or we have to create something different, but we talk about elevating the talent and we talk about elevating your company to the next level. And we talk about right now is a perfect time to do it. And Zach is just ahead of the game. And so he shows me some pictures of the letters and talking about the CYA, which is obviously something that we've been talking about. And I think that's huge. So Zach, what I wanted to do is have you talk a little bit about what it is that you're doing from that standpoint of the folders and the marketing and kind of putting it all together so the guys can get a good idea of what we're talking about.
Yeah, for sure. So we've been hard at work on some branded materials that we'll be giving to potential maintenance customers when we go on site and meet with them. And before I get into it, I need to give credit to Mike Salmon because he's the one that gave me the idea. He had these really nice handouts about his services that he had shown me, and he explained to me, it gives the customer something to hold and look at. And in my opinion, that creates added value to our service. And I also need to give credit to the team that have been the drivers behind this and done pretty much all the work on it. I've had very little to do with it, and they've turned out really awesome. So what we're developing is a packet, and it's going to consist of a branded folder that will hold a business card, a copy of our service agreement. That's for them to kind of read and review, go over at the time of the meeting. And they'll also receive a digital copy as well, which will capture acknowledgement signatures and whatnot. And then we'll also have some information slicks or flyers in there. One of them is about CYA. It's been a hot topic lately. And on the front side, it's going to talk about how we're members of the CYA Smart Alliance and what the ideals behind that are. And on the back side, it'll give more of that technical information about CYA and properly managing it. And that's going to be a big focus for us because we notice a lot of our issues with CYA and getting the customer to understand it can be stopped right here from that first point of contact with them before they've made a commitment with us and our service. We're not having to come back 6 weeks or 2 months or 3 months later and say, hey, we need to drain out half your pool and refill it. A lot of times that frustrates them. So, and then on the other slick, we're going to have one side talking about our startup service. And on the back side, we'll have a couple promotions, one for converting to salt, another one for a cleaner, and they'll be exclusive to new maintenance customers, and they'll be good for 60 days. So I just feel like this is something that will really represent the pool boys as the next level professionals. And then it also instills trust, confidence, value right from that first moment when we meet them. And the other thing is that it allows us to set the expectations correctly from the start by going over what to expect from us, what we expect from the customer, and everything else that goes into our ongoing relationship with them. Because I don't know about everyone else, but one thing that I've noticed is that anytime there are issues, I can pretty much attribute it to us not setting proper expectation. And what we've realized is if we don't set the expectations, the customer will, and they most of the time aren't going to be realistic. So got that in works. I'm super excited about it, and we should have them completed and in hand about mid-January.
I want to jump in, Zach, and I just kind of want to bring home the point that you said and how important that is. As far as like expectations and doing that, we found personally that is hands down probably the most important thing. And I think what you said is 1000% true. When you look at issues or miscommunications down the road, or reasons why customers might question something that you're doing, or what your filter charges, or why you're cleaning a salt cell, and why you're charging money, or why you need to drain the pool, it comes down to not setting the tone at the beginning. And I think new folks and new pool guys and gals, and even some established too, the problem is we got to get away from being too caught up in just landing the account, right? And it's almost like as if, yeah, okay, we can do this or we can do that. And when you first start, it's like, I just want to get this account, and it's a yes, sir, yes, ma'am thing. And we can take care of this, we can do that. And you don't want to oversell something and lose that and lose the opportunity, where in the long run, those are the ones where you're going to have issues. But if you set yourself up correctly, especially like having a packet like this and just lays it all out, whether it's just terms of service or whether it's a good, solid conversation and the packets that Zach is starting to issue out to all the customers, I personally think having it in writing is something you can fall back to. And then it's not a, oh, no, I told you. Oh, no, you didn't tell me. But you just lay it all out so they understand it. And they're going to respect you more because you're going to be upfront and honest with them. And customers can tell when you're desperate, right? They can see and they can feel and they can understand that, hey, this guy is going to tell me I can take advantage of him or her, right? Now, who's working for who and who's going to grab the power in the situation? When you set the tone with this and say, hey, look, I'm Mr. Customer. This is my company. This is what we do. We know what we're doing. This is how we take care of your pool. And this is what you can expect from us, nothing less. I think it sets the tone and puts you in the right position to where it creates that trust between you and the customer. So like I said, Zach, I think it's perfect that you're doing that. And I can't wait to see the finished product.
And the other thing is you start to put a packet like this together, and it comes back to the same thing. You want this folder that looks good. You want this folder to be beautiful, right? And right here, Hayward is basically telling you, look, we got you. Just call us. There's no cost, and we will help you at least get the design side of it and help you with that marketing. And you've got full-blown professionals that are going to be able to help you to put those together. And just think about how much stress that's going to take off of you so that you can focus on the other things that you need to do for that packet. That to me is huge. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of the pool guys out there either don't know about or don't take advantage of in order to take that pressure, because finding the right person is hard.
Yep.
So that's a huge thing to have somebody in your corner and have one of these manufacturing companies tell you, we got your back, we got the professionals, we're going to make you look good.
Yep. And like we said before, and we should say it again, image, marketing, and how you present yourself to your customers plays a vital role in you as a business owner to be able to differentiate yourself from the competition, right? We have a lot on our plates already, so why not utilize the resources and funds gifted to us from like Hayward and other manufacturers? Kevin, let's talk about one thing that I think is huge, and it's warranty. And you kind of touched on it a little bit before, but let's get a little bit more into detail here, because I think this one's a big one, especially for me and myself, and to the new pool guy trying to establish themselves and build confidence when they're quoting rates and trying to land a customer. So what is the warranty for the members of the loyalty program, or how does it differ if you're not, or if you are, and just the difference between Hayward's warranty and how you guys stand behind your products?
So yeah, once a dealer is enrolled in one of our programs, they're allowed to offer extended warranties for our almost all pieces of in-ground equipment. And really the warranties go from, in some cases, a 1 or 2 year, and they'll actually push out to a 3 and 4 year. And even we have some products that actually even have 5-year warranties to them on certain components. So it really is a way to differentiate yourself. And part of that professional image that you're talking about also should be explaining to the homeowner, here's what the features and benefits of the product are. I'm trained to install it. And then because I'm trained to install it and I'm a partner with Hayward, you also have a really nice 3-year parts and labor warranty that goes along with it. So the warranty is a huge differentiator between not only some of our competitors, but even versus some online sellers and what they have to offer.
Is the warranty, to tag on to that, is that just on whole goods, or is it on anything that you're installing?
So it's on whole goods.
Okay.
If you replace a lateral assembly on a filter and that part, the lateral breaks or something, we would cover that, somewhere anywhere between less than 12 months. But for the whole good itself, we would cover that, all the parts, for 3 years.
And
What about parts? I'm sorry, Zach. What about parts on like some of your pool cleaners and that kind of stuff? Is that just?
So we have some parts that we consider wear parts, and some of those will be more like a 2-year warranty. But that would be what the warranty was for that cleaner. So we have a good, better, best strategy in terms of cleaners. And one of the ways to get homeowners to look at the best model would be by increasing the warranty upwards. So we do have some cleaners that are 2-year, but then they can be advanced to 3 years with the Totally Hayward partner.
Okay. So if I'm a new pool guy, I sign up with you, I can now offer a 3-year warranty on all your products, on all your whole goods.
Yes, for the most part.
And
Okay.
And just make sure I'm clear on this, because I think this is huge. If I install a spa blower, does that have 3-year warranty on it?
Yeah, on parts. The spa blower doesn't have labor associated with it, but yes, it is a 3-year parts warranty.
And that's awesome. That's really cool. And that's like standalone, if I'm correct. Like if I go out and sell a blower, that blower has 3-year parts on it, correct?
Yeah, sometimes in the past we had referred to the 3-year extended warranty. It would have to be in a scenario where you replaced a pump filter and a third product, or installed rather. And understanding the service business, that just really isn't practical. And we still want our service dealers, if they're replacing a pump, for instance, our high-end variable speed pump, the TriStar 950, that comes with a 4-year parts and labor warranty. And that we want to make sure that that's passed on to a service person as well as a builder.
That's awesome right there. And outside of the TriStar 950, are there any other products that have a higher warranty than 3 years?
Yeah, so we have our AquaVac 900 series, which is our salt chlorine generator. That actually has a 4-year warranty on it as well. And that's, best in class across the industry in terms of warranty. And then our heat pump lineup, it has an extended warranty that can actually reach out to 5 years and even 10 years on our titanium tube sheet. So we have products that have additional warranty on them. And it's, obviously it's because they're quality products. But number two, we just want the marketplace to know that we're going to stand behind our equipment and it's a good investment.
And how does it work if someone installs 3 pieces of equipment at the same time? Do all pieces of equipment have the same 3-year warranty, or is it higher if you installed 3?
So in the scenario where they installed that VS950, a filter and a heater, the pump would have a 4-year warranty, and then the filter and heater would each have 3-year warranties. And all that would be parts and labor.
Guys, is there any other pump out there that has a 4-year warranty that you guys know?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, John?
No.
Okay.
And I want to say, I can't get over how awesome that is, because what other blower are we going to be able to install and get a 3-year part warranty on, or a filter or a heater? I think that's a really big deal, and I think that's a really key takeaway on these warranties.
Yeah, the one nice thing too about the variable speed pump is that we're going to encounter homeowners in this next year that we're going to spend some time explaining to them about the Department of Energy changes and what that mandate means and why you absolutely are probably going to have to go to a variable speed pump. And to be able to offset that with, it's a little bit more expensive, but the energy savings will end up paying for itself. And oh, by the way, this pump has a 4-year warranty. So you're good for the next 4 years guaranteed with this pump. And I think that will help some of our service dealers just have the conversations with the homeowners and explain the energy mandate a little bit better and have solutions that are good solutions.
Okay, Zach, so is your head spinning, kind of thinking, okay, I'm going to put this, I'm going to put that, I'm going to get this warranty, get that warranty?
Yeah, because in most scenarios with rewards programs, it's only associated with bundles on certain items. And just seeing if I could go install a heater and automatically put a 3-year warranty on that, or offer a 4-year warranty on a pump or a salt system. Those are all key pieces, and those are all value drivers that, again, can tip the scale in your favor when it comes to selling some of these whole goods.
Yeah. And guys, I know you guys probably get sick of me saying it all the time, but somebody that is new to the industry, somebody that's trying to gain confidence, knowing all the different programs and all the different products and all the different warranties and be able to be part of them and have them in your back pocket is going to be a huge confidence booster. That's big. Kevin, can we talk a little bit about what dealer rewards are?
Yeah, so as you're earning Totally Hayward points, you, of course, can have cashed out into gift cards and get the cash value for them. But we also have on the website that allows you to shop. So let's say you get 10,000 points over a course of a year. You can go onto our website, the Totally Hayward's reward site, and you're able to buy TVs, grills, golf clubs. So we really want our dealers to use their bonus points and their Totally Hayward points in a way that's meaningful to them. And for some people, I know a lot of our guys will try to close their account out, get everything registered by December, and then actually do their Christmas shopping through our website. And it's just an advantage. It's a way to use your points as opposed to just getting a check or getting that gift card.
John, are you back with us now that he said golf clubs and you're probably right now on the 9th hole?
Right. I'm thinking golf clubs. Yeah, for sure. Because we're golfing on Sunday. So I'm already thinking,
Who's that?
I can't wait to check it out.
Now we're going to have to go scramble and find out what kind of golf clubs they have, right?
Right.
So Kevin, what are customer rebates and how do they work?
Okay, so this is something else that we do manage through our marketing initiatives, and we do offer many consumer rebates. So sometimes the robotic cleaners can be a bit shocking for homeowners that they're over $1,000. And what we'll do is, as long as a product And it goes across different product categories. As long as a product is bought and sold by a Totally Hayward partner, not only will we extend the warranty for the homeowner, but we'll also give them a rebate on the product. It doesn't come out of the dealer's pocket. It comes directly from us. And one of the ways that we've combated some of the online pressures that the dealer base faces is it will give installation credits as well. So if you get a variable speed pump, rather than it be a purchase rebate for the consumer, it's actually an installation rebate for the consumer. So they would actually have to provide us that one of our partners installed that pump. So they would get the rebate that way, not just for purchasing it.
That's neat. I've never heard of that before, ever.
I'm in the same spot over here, kind of ready to jump off my chair here for just a second. So scenario, let's say that John says, hey, I want to try to sell, I don't know, pick something, John.
Yeah, a salt cell system.
Salt cell system.
Yeah.
So John, perfect. Zach wants to switch a lot of people over to salt. John wants to get on the program. So are they able to call Hayward and go, hey, we want to try to sell as many salt systems, and you guys do a customer rebate? Or is it something that you already have scheduled throughout your year and you send it out to them and say, okay, for the summer, we're going to sell salt systems, so here's the rebate that you give to your customers?
So we definitely set up a schedule where if you go to our website, again, you can click on the rebates page and it will list the different rebates that are available for consumers, for the end consumer. And from there, all of the language regarding the rebate goes around the idea that the product is bought, sold, and installed by a Totally Hayward partner. So for salt, for example, we this past summer gave an $80 rebate to the consumer or a $100 rebate, depending upon what model they bought. And it was predicated on them buying and having the product installed by one of our partners.
So that rebate that $80 to $100 rebate was for the install?
Yeah. Yep. And that's something that the homeowner would supply us with their information, the product information, the dealer information, and a copy of the invoice. And then we would send the homeowner a gift card. It's, a Visa prepaid gift card.
Okay.
Yeah, that's neat.
That's neat. I really want to look at that calendar.
It's a different type of twist on how to do it, and how to kind of feed the business back to the industry. I kind of like that.
I'll tell you what, we did something very unique this past year where we offered a $500 rebate to the consumer if they bought 4 products, and then a $500 rebate and 5-year extended warranty on specific products if they bought 5. And we had an incredible amount of participation, and it really helped our service people get homeowners to say, I know I need a new pump right now and I need a new filter. If they're able to kind of talk about some of the other products that were available, which we included lights as being an option, heaters, heat pumps, and we saw a lot of servicers replacing entire pads because of that promotion. And it was really a very successful promotion.
And I have to add, I believe that we actually took advantage of that, and that was what we were able to add on more. We did basically a full pad update last year with that rebate. So it definitely it was that was what the homeowner was going for, that rebate. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a really neat offering right there. And obviously once you start to get into those ranges of, $500, that's huge.
For sure. It definitely got a lot of attention from the homeowners, the consumer side. So that's great when we have consumers asking their service people, hey, I saw this promotion's available. What do you think about LED lights? Should I just get one and get the rebate? And, a lot of that did happen this season.
Yeah, especially with COVID and everything going on. I think people are obviously looking at it and trying to make that investment. That's a great one.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, what training is offered for the members of the Hayward Rewards program?
So we take training really seriously, and we encourage everyone to do training, whether it's you're using competitor products or solely ours. But On our website, the totallyhayward.com website, we have a link for something called Hayward University. And what it is it's about 15 hours of content that goes over different products within different product categories. And it goes through proper installation, proper programming, and proper maintenance. And we actually allow the attendees who follow that module, they get certifications every time they're able to pass the test at the end of the module. So, there's one on basic electricity, hydraulics, stuff like that, that we really want to just get out there and help people learn about the pool industry. And then this year has been especially unique with travel restrictions and restrictions on meeting space. So we've actually gone to a virtual training series these last couple months. It's free to sit through the Zoom or the conference. We just ask that you register ahead of time because there is limited availability, but we go over everything. We're doing Omnilogic and heaters in January. We're doing the DOE regulations currently. So there's a lot of opportunity once you're enrolled with us to actually get into classes and learn as much as you can.
Yeah, guys, if you go to thepoolmanuniversity.com, I know we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast. On the right-hand side, there is a banner for the Hayward University. You can click on it. It'll take you over to their website. And then that's the same one that they use to sign up for the partner, right, Kevin?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's huge. So guys, I would recommend that you click on that and you register. And then those are video trainings that they have on there. And you guys know how we feel about the education side. And, not everybody puts a lot of time and effort into the education side. So click on that, register, and take some of that training. So I want to get into the next one. And I want to ask you, obviously, we talk about this, online sales, and it is a hot topic out there between the service guys. So what is trade and not trade? And is there an MSRP that you put on items that are sold online?
Okay, so this has obviously been an area that has really been a pain point for just about every level of the pool industry, and we take it really seriously, and it hasn't been easy to address, but we started a strategy going back probably 5 years now where we developed an expert line, and then from there we've been adding products to our expert line, and that is for our brick and mortar only dealers. And the expert line is what gets products with extended warranties. That's what a consumer can get a rebate on. And that is the only product line that we give Totally Hayward points on. So we're encouraging that our dealer base strictly is working with the expert line. And our strategy is a little different than some of our other competitors. And what we did is we actually created new products, new SKUs that would be for online sale only. Those SKUs would not be our full complement of product, so it wouldn't have all the features and benefits as our normal expert line product has. It would be somewhat of a dumbed down version. And then also the warranty for any of those online only products is maxed out at 12-month part warranties only. And then part of our strategy also incorporated another step that I'm not aware of any other manufacturers that have done this yet, but our online only products, we actually ended up eliminating that pricing gap that you see online often. Usually the biggest hit for a service person is when you're in the backyard, you're pitching a new pump or you're pitching replacing a heater versus repairing it, and the homeowner right in front of you pulls up an online website that has that pump for $100 less than you, or the heater for $200 less than what you're selling it. So what we did is our online only products, we price them higher to distribution so that they're no longer in a position to be able to undercut the guy in the field. Not only have we fixed the pricing issue, we've also maximized the warranty. And then from there, any incentive that a consumer can gain, they gain it from buying brick and mortar and from a local dealer.
Interesting. So Kevin, let's do some geek talk here. I'd like to talk about some of the newer products. Can you tell me about the new HydraPure UV and ozone?
Sure.
Now, I don't want to get into too much detail though, because I think we need to separate the podcast on just these products, but enough just to keep us wanting. Because I think I got the email like a week ago from you guys showing it, and I looked at it and I was really intrigued, and it's something that I seriously want to look at, and I'm probably gonna end up getting one so that we can try out on our end.
So this is we ended up partnering with Paramount Pool Products 2 years ago, and this is really one of their babies. It's a UV and ozone system in one. And of course, when those two are paired together at the same time, they actually create a third advanced oxidizer called a hydroxyl radical. So the design of the unit, it's got a very small footprint, and it has the least amount of head loss of any other combination unit that's out there on the market. So we know it's going to be positioned well when variable speeds become required. And it's a great product, and Buzz and his team did a phenomenal job getting that worked through and getting it out to market.
And guys, we uploaded a video onto Poolman University about the HydraPure. So if you go to poolmanuniversity.com, on the top bar, you'll see channels. And if you click that drop down and then click on the Hayward channel, you'll be able to see the Hayward products that we're talking about today, including the HydraPure.
And I think we need to do a separate podcast, John, Zach, on this, because I was watching the video and I was super intrigued, and now I'm kind of dying to install one. I want to kind of see how easy it is to install the unit. Do any of you guys know ballpark what price range we're looking at for the HydraPure?
In the thousands.
You would end up buying it out of distribution, probably $1,500-$1,700 in that neighborhood. But this is a product that when it is installed, it will end up reducing the demand or the need of chlorine. So not only are you doing a lot of the sanitizing while the pool is running, you're not doing it with chemicals. So everything that happens pretty much happens inside that chamber. And, with the UV light and the ozone, they have a very short life cycle, so it burns off almost immediately. And I think, this is one of those transitional products where people are going to stop looking at pools and thinking chlorine every day or every other day. They're going to start looking at maybe introducing chlorine once a week or something as a shocking agent, but not as much maintenance and chemicals as it is now.
And what's the warranty on that? Is that also a 3-year if you're a partner?
Yep, 3 years. The bulbs might be a little less, but the whole unit itself is 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Kevin, can you tell us about the AquaVac 6 Series robotic cleaner? Because I've seen this thing and it's pretty awesome. So I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, so the latest robotic cleaner that we released 2 versions. One has the ability to be controlled by an app, and the other one is just standalone that you work at the transformer. But it's a different style of cleaner than is out on the market today in the US, in the sense that it doesn't have a bag, it doesn't have a cartridge, it actually has a canister. And similar to how Dyson vacuum cleaners work, where they work on airflow, this actually works on water flow, and we call it hydrocyclonic. So there's, I'll say, a series of 15 to 18 different tubes that we actually can collect debris inside of this canister. And then from there, it has a longer maintenance cycle because it can run longer and hold more debris. And when it does collect debris, it doesn't slow down because it's just water driven. It's able to do quite a bit of work. And then when you clean it, it's actually kind of easy to get out of the pool. We have what's called tug and catch retrieval. So you yank the cord 3 times or 2 times, and the cleaner will actually kind of reverse out of the water to where you are. And it will discharge water from the cleaner itself, so it's not nearly as heavy as some of them are to lift out of the pool. And then the canister literally slips off the top of the cleaner, and then there's one button that you depress, and all the debris in the canister falls out. So it really is pretty easy to maintain and take care of.
Now, that's the one that you can control with the app too, right?
Yep. So you can actually drive it around. So if it misses a spot, if you have the version with the app, you're able to steer it and really be very detailed where it goes.
Yeah, I was watching the video on that one, and I really dug the yanking on the cord and it just kind of comes out, and then how it drives right up the wall all the way out. That was super cool. And then, Zach, you were saying something about lights on it?
Yeah. Tell them about that.
So yeah, what we did is we also put in an LED light in that model, and you're able to control the light through the app. So our LED lights, they have 10 fixed colors, 7 light shows. A light show is when it goes from red to blue to white. So we have a couple different shows, but it is kind of a cool feature because as you're driving it around at night, you can actually change the lights. And I like the blue color on mine. It looks kind of cool at nighttime because my pool bottom's white. But yeah, you can do all sorts of cool things with it.
And just imagine. Look, 5 years from now, I mean, the crap we're going to have in these pools, right? You know what I mean? The things you're going to do. You're going to have your robots going to be coming out of a closet and giving you a high five. You know what I mean? Diving in the pool, and I mean, this is just crazy, man. You know, and I'm excited. Things are changing so quickly in the industry. Anyways, I'll talk about that later. But I mean, just wow. I mean, just the stuff is pretty neat.
And it's cool because the canister is like clear, and so it's really lights up. And then if I'm correct, when it's a full canister, the light turns red, right?
Yep, and it would also give an alert through the app if you're connected at that time too. And the app does give you diagnostics and stuff as well. So it's pretty easy to service.
I think we need to program that thing so that it calls John at 6 o'clock in the morning and he's like, "Hey, dude, I'm full. Get out here."
Yeah, right.
John's all, "I gotta go."
I think I need to try one, Kevin. I'll give you my address. I think I want to try one of these.
So yeah, those are awesome. I'd love to see one of those in action. And I was watching the video. It's like full wall climber all the way up to the top, comes back down. So I'd love to be able to see one of those. I'm gonna have to connect with somebody out here. So Kevin, let me ask you, what other products are you working on that you can share? Maybe something we can brag about that everybody heard about here first.
Well, I'll tell you, hopefully you've seen it from your perspective, but our automation platform right now, the Omnilogic, it's all software driven, and it's really designed to be able to go on any type of pool. And we are working on a platform here that should be released pretty soon that would allow you to upgrade older versions that are in the field of our past automation systems to this most current one. And it includes a touch screen where a homeowner actually interacts through a touch screen. It'll have Wi-Fi where you can have an app and connect to it. And the features you have on our very highest end automation, you'll be able to retrofit that now into existing pools without having to do a lot of changing of either equipment or electrical hookups.
Wow. So like an old ProLogic or something like that, you can just...
Without giving it away, yes.
Yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, John, I was thinking the same thing as you were saying that. And it's, I've always thought that the pool industry, we've always kind of been a couple of years behind of technology and moving forward. But it's kind of interesting now to start seeing some of that movement and some of that engineering and designing that's going into a lot of products in the swimming pool industry.
Oh yeah. We are definitely, it's snowballing right now. And it's like, we're finally starting to catch up. Right. And things are coming to the industry that are just, the pool industry is like, it's been really slow and doing a lot of things the same way for many, many decades. And it just seems like the last 10 years, we've really starting to pick up some momentum. And we're just this big old locomotive that's just slowly moving. And we're just starting to go faster and faster. And every year, not even every year, every 3 months, something newer and newer and newer and newer is coming out. And it's better and better and better and better. So I think the next 5 years is just going to be just mind-blowing in technology and stuff we're going to have into our pools. And it's time for us to really up our game, as service providers.
My geek radar is just at all-time high here.
I want to talk real quickly about, I just want to put this out there because I think this is an awesome product that you guys have, and that's the VS Omni bundle. I don't know if a lot of people realize it, but what we've figured out is that this is a great, and I want to call it entry level, but it's more of a mid-level automation system that you're bundling the VS pump with, like the 950 or the 900. So you're getting a 3 or 4 year warranty, depending on what route you go. But if you really price it out, it's amazing to see, like, you can get in under doing like a full automation change out. You can get them in to where they're able to use the Omni platform and have a variable speed installed all in the same bundle. I mean, if you price it out, it's really an amazing deal for the customer.
Yeah, I think one of the other things that's really cool about the VS Omni is that it will literally, if you show up to a pool that does not have automation existing, you can pretty much set everything up within that pool pad within a couple of hours. And for anyone who's not aware of the product, it comes with something called a smart relay. So say you have a typical setup, you got a pump, a filter, a heater, and maybe a light switch right there at the pad. Our smart relays, actually, you take the cover off of the light switch and it fits right in place of that light switch, but it's becomes smart and it wires into what we call the hub. And really, it's a way to move these pools to full-blown automation. And the Omni platform is all software. So it's software-driven, and you can custom name things. We're to the point now where when there is a new revision, and we do create 2 revisions a year, now we push it down to the system. So our first couple of years, you'd have to actually use a USB to update it. Now it's going to be like your cell phone, where you wake up one morning and you have a little red icon and it says you need to update. The other nice thing is it is future-proof in that regard.
I have to say, Kevin, I'm going to date myself here. Some of the first automations that we were putting in for smaller was the On Command, which had the puck. And
no, you were Aqua Switch. You were Aqua Switching it. Dude, what are you talking about? Huh? I saw the pictures with you in the magazines with Aqua Switch.
So you guys had that system, you had the puck, and back then that was the greatest thing ever, right? Is somebody could just have that little puck and turn it on and stuff like that. And I remember you guys going through the changes to the Omni and kind of installing the first ones. And, even me just kind of thinking, wow, they've kind of gone from one extreme to the other extreme, where to me, there was almost like no transition. You kind of went from this platform that you had that was with this remote to all of a sudden full-blown touchscreen, everything app, all that. And I have to tell you, at some point, I just kind of thought, oh my God, who's doing this and what the hell are they thinking? And then just to see it all come together and all software-based and all being able to integrate. Now I need to apologize and take that back, because whoever had that vision is a freaking genius.
Yeah. Yeah, I will admit, we talked a little bit earlier about how quickly the industry is changing. And we do have a team of engineers and product managers that really are way ahead of the curve right now. And we have some stuff in the pipeline that is even going to go to the next level. So stay tuned for some of that stuff too.
John, Zach, did I just hear Kevin say that he's going to take us out and be able to meet with those guys and kind of spend a couple of days looking at all that stuff? Is that what I heard?
That's what I heard. That's exactly
Zach, is that what you heard?
And I also heard that the pipeline stops. We're gonna get to try them first. That's what I heard too. So.
A little pressure there, Kevin.
It's okay. We'll put you on the list.
Oh, he said he's going to put us on the ouch. All right, guys. Hey, let's take a quick word from our sponsors, Zach, John. When I come back, I want to get your final thoughts.
The sound of you continually pitching pool care poles into the trash. The sound of you using an Ultimate Pool Tools carbon fiber pool care pole for years to come. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at ultimatepooltools.
Okay, guys, we're back. We're talking to Kevin from Hayward, and we've talked about the Rewards Loyalty Program and their programs. We've talked about a couple products. Zach, John, as usual, I want to get your final thoughts. Zach.
Yeah, so regarding the Hayward's Rewards Program, I know I've said it a bunch already, but we all need to take advantage of these programs because we have industry partners like Hayward, and they rely on the success of all pool pros and do awesome things like this to help us elevate our businesses. So don't let these opportunities go to waste. I mean, the warranty thing is huge. I still can't get over that whole 3-year thing. There's so many ways to work that to our advantage in sales as a sales tool with customers. So definitely take advantage of these programs. And on another note, I just want to encourage everyone to check out Poolman University. And if you have any cool content to add, throw it up there because I'd love to check it out. And I recently uploaded the video I mentioned last week about markup versus margin, which really opened my eyes about properly pricing our products and services. And if you're not familiar with the difference between markup and margin, go check it out because I think it could potentially add a tool to your business toolbox.
Yeah, I watched that video, Zach, and that was a really, really good video for everybody out there, especially when we start talking about pricing and profit and all that kind of stuff. So great one. John.
Yeah, man. Kind of like what I said earlier, I'm just super excited about where the industry is going. And I think we're in a certain time now where even if, not just a new guy or the new gal, but even more established businesses that have just been kind of doing things the way they've been doing it, there's an opportunity now to kind of like a rebirth, you know what I mean? Where it's not the same old, that you've been doing for years after years after years. There's new technologies, new way to sanitize water, new way to clean it up, new way to, it's just so many different things. It's just mind blowing where it's just kind of like it's all brand new. And you got to be able to see this coming, right? It's right there. And right now is important that you get ready for it, and that you get prepared. And I'm just excited to be a part of it right now. And I want to thank Kevin for taking the time to do this podcast. I learned a lot about the rewards program. I'm going to be checking it out myself, and hopefully we can get somewhere from it. So thank you very much, Kevin.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, I am going to agree 100%, Zach and John, and we're definitely in a different times in the industry, and this is the time that we keep pushing for you guys to elevate your game, elevate your knowledge. It's just going to be able to put your company at a much higher level and really be able to use the tools that some of these companies are giving you. And I would recommend to anybody, sign up, reach out to the marketing people, ask them questions. That doesn't cost anything. Get some ideas. And I know that sometimes we feel like that's above our head and we don't know how to do that and we don't know how to go about it. And that's exactly what they're offering to you, and they're offering it for free. And I'm sure that if you call them, they're going to give you all the feedback that you need to know, and you're going to be able to start to learn about that to be able to get to the stage where you can take advantage and use some professional marketing. And obviously the dollars don't hurt that come along with the program as well. So Zach, John, as usual, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, taking the time to sit with us on the podcast. I know that you guys are busy and you got businesses to run. And so I appreciate that. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. And we will talk next week. Guys, next week, our podcast is going to be on Tuesday because Friday is Christmas Day. So we'll be doing our podcast on the Tuesday. We'll post those on Instagram and all that. And for all of you that are taking vacation next week, including John, enjoy it. And we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Kevin. Talk to you later.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central, and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com or Instagram at pool.nation.